What is going on, guys? So today I'm bringing you another battle that I had. I had this against DooD, who is a good friend of mine that has been subscribed to me and followed me on Twitter, and I've talked to a lot, and he's honestly one of the nicest guys that I think I've met through the Poke community since I started doing Pokemon and things like that, and I really love it. I tweeted out earlier who wanted to have a UU Wi-Fi battle or an NU and below or whatever, and he tweeted back at me that said he would have a UU battle. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll bring this little Trick Room team that I made up like a day and a half ago that I've been dying to test out. And whenever I look at his team, I automatically think that once I get that Sceptile out of the way, I can sweep. The Sceptile and the Crobat. Those two things are going to be my downfall because of my huge weakness to Bug and my huge weakness to Grass. And I'm saying huge weakness because my core, my Alomomola and my Slowking are both weak to one of them. Slowking being weak to both of them. So real quick, I'm going to press play and get this battle started. I'm going to start off here with my Arcanine, because it is a physically defensive Arcanine, and with him having Rocky Helmet and him more than likely going for a U-turn with the Crobat, I knew for a fact that this would be a really good start for me. This team is extremely bulky. I did not want a single Pokemon on here that could not take at least one hit, or at least 2 hits. So here is the U-turn from the Crobat onto the Arcanine that did 10 damage. 10 damage. He did more to himself from the Rocky Helmet than he did to me with damage. So that Crobat, I know that if I can keep switching into it on U-turns and Brave Birds, and the Rocky Helmet damage will eventually build up. Now, I did expect him for the U-turn, so I did go for the close combat over the Flare Blitz, just because I knew that my Milotic was going to come in. This battle was actually extremely long. The beginning of this is all about switching and crap like that. I'm going to send in my Slowking so I can hopefully eat up the Scald, but he's going to withdraw, and he is going to send in the Crobat. Now, right now, I know I can take at least one U-turn, and with my Regenerator, I don't have to worry about losing too much health. I don't have to worry about too much, so I'm going to let him go for the switch, and I'm going to straight away go for the Trick Room, because this team is very, very good in Trick Room. Everything has no perfect speed, IV, and nothing has a positive speed nature. Everything has a lowering speed nature. Everything. So my Slowking is going to get the leftovers, and I know that he cannot hurt me, even if he goes for a Scald. So I wanted to see how much a Psychic would do, and I got a crit, and that did so much damage. Like, what the heckaroo? And he goes for an Attract. This right here is why I knew that this Milotic was going to be the biggest downfall to me in this battle, aside from the Sceptile. Milotic, Sceptile, and Crobat. I wasn't really too worried about the other things because the Scrafty I could take care of with my Braviary and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to send out my Hariyama right here, who I did just finish breeding. I was actually really proud of myself for breeding this thing. It is it's thick fat with guts, and it has the Assault Vest with knockoff, bullet punch, close combat, and fake out. So it is a very good Pokemon, and it has a positive defense nature, so that way it's bulky pretty much all the way around. Now right now I'm going to send in my Alomomola, just because Alomomola is one of the most bulky Pokemon in the NU or RU tier. I forget which one it is exactly, but it is so bulky. And now that the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, I know for a fact that he's going to switch out into his Crobat. He's going to go for a Brave Bird of some sort. He is going to do whatever the heckaroo he has to do to get off a lot of damage. Now my Malamar is going to come in right here, and Malamar is a very good Pokemon if he can get set up properly in a Trick Room. Otherwise, he's not very good, or if you throw a Choice Scarf on him. And with me not needing a Choice Scarf on this team at all, it wasn't even worth it. So I'm going to switch right out into my Arcanine. Going to get the attack drop with the Intimidate. Going to get the U-turn. That did 9 damage, and he's going to take a little bit more Rocky Helmet damage. This battle is about a fifth of the way over. This battle was so freaking long because it was all about predictions. So I know an Earthquake is going to come my way. I freaking know it's coming my way. And I'm going to go into my Alomomola because this thing right here, you're going to see why I love Alomomola so freaking much. Look at that damage. Huge shout out to Santos. Santos, thank you so much for teaching me the power of Alomomola. Like, this thing, I cannot tell you the number of times that I've gone up against him with a Lomomola that has this exact same set that just totally wrecks my team. Now, I did go for a Toxic. I did not expect the Sceptile to come in. I expected the Rhydon to stay in and I would get a Toxic off because I know it's Eviolite, and once you get a Toxic off on it, it's going to be basically crippled because of the Eviolite. So right here I'm going to go for a Protect just to like get a little bit of Toxic damage. This whole team is set up around Trick Room, Toxic, and Protect, and stalling out the opponent. Because I do not have a stalling team, I never have had a stalling team, and I wanted to give it a try to see how it would do. So I do get a little bit of Toxic damage off, and right here I'm going to switch out and I'm going to go into my Arcanine. Now, Arcanine is... oh, I'm sorry, Braviary. I go into Braviary, and Braviary is going to not appreciate this Leaf Storm. Like, that did a little too much damage, to be 110% honest. Now, granted, this is a physically defensive Braviary, not especially defensive, and that did a lot of freaking damage. Like, I don't really like it. So he's going to send out his Rhydon. Rhydon, that's funny. And I'm going to go for a Roost right now, just so I can honestly take a Rock Slide or a Stone Edge or whatever if I have to, but I'm not going to even take that chance. I'm going to switch right back out into my Hariyama. Hariyama is honestly one of the best Pokemon in the NU tier. I think it's NU. I'm almost positive it's NU. He said that he would do a UU battle, and I brought almost all NU things, and I'm pretty sure he brought like a couple NU things as well. Now, as you can see, I did not like the knockoff, but I did not like the Earthquake, but the knockoff on the Eviolite is going to save my ass in the long run. Like, if I did not have that, I would be so screwed. So now he's going to send in his stupid little Sceptile thingamabobber, and I'm going to send in my Lomomola. Don't know why I did this. Don't really care why I did this. I think I misclicked, actually. I don't think I should have sent in the Lomomola. Don't think I should have. But he's going to get some Toxic damage off again. And right here, I'm like, what the heck? Why not go for a Protect? Because Protect just seems like the most viable thing right now. He's going to go for a Leaf Storm, get a little bit more Toxic damage off. And this thing, right now, I'm slowly whittling down his team. Like, I just don't understand. This seems like one of those battles that Shady Penguin has for the GBA, that nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, everything dies at once. That's what this battle happened. That's how this battle went. I'm going to send in my Arcanine right here just because I figured there is no freaking way possible that I'm going to die from a Leaf Storm. Like, there was no way in my mind. I'm going to go for a Leaf Storm right here, and it's going to be down to about 27 HP, I believe. Yep, 27. And with the special attack Harshly Falling, I know for a fact that this thing can take it out with an extreme speed mixed with the Toxic damage. Like, there was no way this thing was going to live this turn. So the extreme speed does end up knocking out the Sceptile, and Sceptile's going to be a big threat whenever Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire comes out with the Dragon typing. That's going to be a big thing. Especially defensive Sceptile with Dragon Tail. That seems like a thing. That definitely seems like a thing. I'm calling it right now. Especially defensive Mega Sceptile with Dragon Tail. Yup, I'm going to do it. So he's going to go for Brave Bird, knocking me out, getting hurt by the Rocky Helmet, and I'm going to send in my Slow King. Because I know for a fact I can take one hit. That's all I'm banking on, is taking one hit and hitting back really, really freaking hard. So he's going for a Brave Bird, and that did a little too much damage, to be 110% honest with you. Go for the Trick Room, but I know that I have enough special attack investment in this thing that I can hit him back with a Psychic and knock him out. And then with my Regenerator, it would get me almost back up to full health. So that was a good time. That was honestly a really good time. He's going to send in his Thug, who is his Scrafty. Scrafty, I did not even remember that he had this stupid Scrafty. Like, ugh, stupid Scrafty. Stupid Scrafty. Asshole. Hate Scrafty so much. It's honestly one of my least favorite Pokemon. Not because it's bad, don't get me wrong, it's very good and I love using it, but it's one of my least favorite design of Pokemon. Don't even know why. Sending in my Malamar here so I can eat up the knockoff. I know that a knockoff is coming. I know that it's coming. It had to. And it takes me down to about half, but it's whatever. It is whatever. So he's going to send in the Rhydon right here to eat up the superpower, but the superpower is going to be enough to almost knock it out, I believe. It takes it down to about 3/4 because of the unstab, and I don't have a boost yet, but right now, with the contrary boost, I do have the +1 attack and +1 defense. He is slower than me. I did not expect that, because this thing has 97 speed. 97 speed at level 50. So, who the heck knows? But now I have a +2 attack and a +2 defense, and honestly, this thing is ready to sweep. If I can stay in the trick room long enough, this thing could take out another member, but the trick room disappears right here, and I was a little screwed. Oh, pardon me. So he's gonna go for a U-turn right here, and that's gonna do, yep, that's gonna do a lot. That's gonna do enough to knock me out. And my Malamar is going to go down for no freaking reason when I could have saved it and switched out to my Hariyama, and could have been a fun time. But I didn't. So right here is going to go into his Entei. Entei, I had no worries because I run a very similar Entei to what he does. I did not notice this until after the battle, but I also run Weakness Policy and Sunny Day on it. So I know for a fact that I can never, ever, ever go for a Scald. I just can't do it. Sunny Day is going to come up, it's going to lower my power to Scald, and it's also going to power up his fire type moves, and he's going to, oh, if I went for a Scald, it's also going to activate his Weakness Policy. So there was no freaking way that I was going for a Scald. It's going for a Sacred Fire in the sun. That's how much damage a Sacred Fire did in the sun. I'll give you guys a minute to notice how much damage that did. Wait for it. Look at that. Is anybody else a little freaked out that an Entei did 20... No. I want to say about 30 damage to an Alomomola with a Sacred Fire in the sun? Just me? Okay, so I'm going to go for a Scald right here because I knew he was going to switch out, knowing that he's now Toxic, and I got a Wish, and I got Protect. I knew he was going to switch out, so I went for a Scald. And it went onto his Milotic, and I believe that did like 5 damage. Maybe 5. At the max, 5. So Alomomola is going to be hurt by Poison, and he's going to go for another freaking Attract. So I'm getting really frustrated with Attract, because every single time somebody uses Attract on me, I'm immobilized by love. Every freaking time. No matter what. So, Lamola's going to come in, or he's going to get switched out, and I'm going to go into my Hariyama, because I know that I could eat up 1 Scald in the sun. 1. Because I do have the Assault Vest, and I'm specially defensive. I know I can eat up 1 Scald. 1 Scald, and that did about 20 damage. Maybe 20 damage. And no, I'm going to go for a Fake Out right here to get off as much damage as I possibly can. And if I was thinking right here, I would have gone for a Bullet Punch to get off a little bit more damage, but I wasn't really thinking because I'm an idiot. And he's going to knock me out with a Scald. So right now, I only have 3 Pokemon left. Pretty positive. I have Braviary, I have Slowking, and I have Alomomola. And I was feeling pretty defeated, to be 110% honest with you. He's going to switch out of his Milotic, and he's going to go into his Scrafty. And Scrafty is going to not appreciate this Brave Bird right to the face. Even though it is going to be intimidated, I do have the Life Orb. But I am going to go for a Protect. I forgot about that. Now I go for the Brave Bird. Even though I'm intimidated, I'm like, maybe with the Life Orb and Stab, it can knock this thing out. But it doesn't. If I wasn't intimidated, I think it would have knocked it out. To be 100% honest with you, I think it would have knocked it out. But he's going to go for the knockoff instead and knock off my Life Orb. And I was like, oh my god, it's going to knock me out. But I lived at 15. 15 HP. 15. So now he's going to bring in his Milotic, and Milotic is, that was honestly a perfect switch for me because I can just get up a Roost and get my health back. Even though I'm at -1, it's perfect for me. So right here I'm going to go for another Brave Bird. Why the heck not? I know I'm at -1, but why the heck not? Go for a Brave Bird, and that did a lot of damage. That did a whole heck of a lot. Honestly, if I really wanted to, I could stall this thing out of recovers. Because if I go for Brave Bird Roost, but right now I want to take the opportunity to get rid of the rocks, because those rocks, if I switch in enough times, they're going to kill my Braviary. It's gonna get off a Scald, and it takes me down to 1 HP. 1 HP. That right there, if I had lost my Braviary right there, game would have been over. He would have won, no matter what. Gonna go for a Scald. It's gonna take me down to 18, and I'm gonna go for a Protect. I'm trying so hard to stall him right here. This was the only thing that I could have done was stalled him. And I'm going to go for a roost, and that's going to get me back up to a little bit over half HP, so I'm going to be to about 115, I think. 122. I was close. I'm going to go for a Scald. That's going to take me down to about 40 HP. And, I'm telling you, this battle was so freaking stally in certain points. I go for another roost because there was no possible way I'm going to let this thing die. And if I can stall this thing out of Scalds and recovers, why the heck wouldn't I? So I'm going to go for a Protect right here to get rid of one of his Scalds, recovers. I'm not really too worried about attracts because all my Pokemon are males. And I have 2 Pokemon with Regenerator. So what I plan to do is just switch them in and out continuously. Just switch them in and out. Just going to go for an Attract right here. Like, okay, what the heck, man? Why not? Go for an Attract. It's going to take one away that you're not going to use on my Alomomola or my Slowking. So I'm going to send in my Slowking right here because Slowking is more physically defensive than specially defensive. So I was like, maybe even if he does switch out, I'll still be in a really good spot. And he does switch out, goes into the Thug while I set up the Trick Room, I believe. I think. No, I lied. I totally lied right there. Gonna get the Leftovers recovery, and that's gonna be really, really good for me because now I'm back at full health. Like, I don't really know how much that mattered, but I'm gonna switch back into my Braviary to eat up the knockoff, but he goes for the Stone Edge instead, and he misses, which is perfect. Go for the Brave Bird, knock out the Scrafty. Right here, I was like, okay, I think I got this game in the bag after 50 turns of a battle. He still has 2 Pokemon left, and I think I got this. I think I do. And he's going to send in his Nocturnal. I forgot about this thing. Completely forgot about this thing. Even during the battle, I forgot about it. He's going to go for a Brave Bird. On to me. I am physically defensive. Nobody expects physically defensive Braviary, but it has base 85 defense with a 110 HP. Like, that's really freaking good. It can be really good for a tank in a UU team. So that's what I do. So Braviary is going to get damaged by the recoil, and he's going to send out the Entei. If I wanted to win, if I want to win, I need my Braviary. I really freaking need Braviary. So I'm going to switch out, and I think I go into Alomomola. No, I go into Slowking. Sorry, I haven't watched this battle back since I had the battle, so I'm trying really hard to just like get this thing as close as possible. And he's going for a Sacred Fire on my Slowking, and even that didn't do a whole heck of a lot of damage, but he gets the burn. So now my 2 Regenerators are both burnt. What the heckaroo, man. So Entei's going to be taking a lot of damage from the poison, and I told you I refuse to go for a Scald. I refuse. So he's going to go for another Sacred Fire. That's going to do a whole heck of a lot of damage. And I'm going to go for a Psychic. Because this is going to do about half HP. Give or take about half. And with the poison damage, it's going to do a little bit over half. So Slowking is going to be able to take one more Sacred Fire if I wanted him to. And I did. I was like, you know what the heck, I do have my Alomomola still, and I can always switch this thing out with Regenerator, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Gonna go for a Scald, last turn, knew it would knock him out, so it wouldn't get the weakness policy, and it kills him, didn't even need the toxic damage, and that was a good job, Slowking. I am proud of you, man, so proud of you. So, I'm gonna get the burn, and my Lodic's gonna come out. And right here, this Pokemon causes so much trouble for my team. I have nothing that can face a Water type. Nothing. I need one. I don't know why. I just never expect a Water type. Ever. So, Alomomola is going to come in. I'm going to get the Regenerator on my Slowking, get the Leftovers on the Alomomola, get the burn. And it was just a big thing. And on turn 55, he then forfeited because he was like, there's no point in stalling this battle out any longer. It's been a really long battle. Look, 20 minutes in a post-battle watch. So, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and a comment for this fantastic team and his fantastic team. I really, really enjoyed it. Also, I will leave his Twitter name in the description below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys later for an episode of Spankin' the Spot. Have a fantastic day. Bye!